My name is Elias, and ever since I started playing DeathBall back in early January over 4 months ago, the sword prices within the game have grown exponentially. Now, could this be because of AFK aura lobbies bringing more gems into the economy and inflating prices, or could this be because of another method? Today, we're going to talk about DeathBall's controversial and obscure theory, the graded gambling theory. So what exactly is the graded gambling theory? The idea behind what players like to simply call gambling is to purposefully burn common or rare swords to theoretically increase your chances of the next sword being graded. If you do end up solo grading the common sword that was meant to be burned, your chances theoretically reset and you'll need to restart the burning process. The more burns you have on common swords essentially means there's a higher chance for your mythical to be graded. Take the chance of grading just one sword, which the game displays as a 20% chance to achieve A grade without any other swords. In concept, if you try and solo grade a sword 5 times the A grade, mathematically 1 out of 5 of those swords will be graded up. But obviously this isn't always the case. The basic idea behind gambling is using luck in your favor to have a better chance of solo grading your mythicals. However, it goes without saying, gambling in DeathBall is one of the riskiest things to do. One loss can lose you hundreds of millions worth of REP, but one win can do the exact opposite. So, is gambling the quickest way to get gems in DeathBall? In theory, it absolutely is. For example, a singular ungraded champion scythe can be graded to S tier in one sitting, but the chances are slim. Using maths, we can work out that without the theories we've just talked about, you would only have a 7% chance to successfully grade ungraded to an S grade. But of course, as we know, that could be higher or lower depending on chance. After discovering the gambling theory from one of DeathBall's highest gem earners, Kent, I've always been skeptical to try it out, until one day this happened. I got it. Let's go.
Let's go!
So, was that a fluke? Was it luck? Or did it work because of the 7 commons I burned before? Unfortunately, we'll never really have an answer. So what does the DeathBall community think of gambling, and what are some cases of success and failure? I turned to every major DeathBall Discord server to ask for opinions on the gambling method. Now, as expected, most of my responses were negative, with many saying they had lost everything. Billions upon billions of gems worth of swords lost to gambling. So, with all due respect to these players, are they just getting unlucky, or does the method actually work in successfully gambling a sword that they're not doing correctly? I'm going to be putting this Spirit Scythe on the line and seeing how far I can get grading with this thing. I do also want to mention, this is a demonstration, not necessarily a tutorial, so please do not replicate what I'm doing if you're not willing to risk your swords. Now, I want to grab at least 6, 7, maybe 8 burns before I grade this thing for the first time. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. Okay, nice. There's 6. So I'm on 6 now, and as I mentioned, a lot of people like to go for 6, 7, maybe 8. Let's go for 7, because I can always reset afterwards to just keep on going. Okay, and there's 7. So essentially, by chance, that means I now have a much higher chance to get a Spirit Scythe, considering I've just had 7 20% chances to get an A grade, and all of them have failed. 20% chance to upgrade your card. So let's run it. And there we go, you can see we've dropped down, so we've just lost that Spirit Scythe on the first one. But now the thing is, do I keep going even bigger, or do I stop there? Now this is a point where everyone gets to. Maybe they've just had a big loss, a bigger loss than I've just had. That's only 230,000 gems. But after a loss, people tend to go for much bigger stuff, and this is how you end up losing big stuff quickly. But with that being said, I've just had 8 burns in a row. Now the chance of this Diamond Aegis, for example, if I was to grade this, could still be 20%, or it could be in my favor. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not hugely attached to my Diamond Aegis. I am glad that I have it, and I'm glad that I hit Diamond, but unfortunately, I was not able to get to Champion. Once again, do not replicate this if you are not willing to risk your swords or risk burning your swords. I'm doing this for the sake of the video, just to see what it's like. We've just had 8 burns in a row. Surely we can't get 9, right? There you go, let's watch. And we've just lost the Diamond Aegis. Alright, I've just gone through a few burns. I've just burned 12 common swords, some of them being A grades. Whether that makes a difference or not, I'm not entirely sure. For the video, if I was to get an A grade Enigma, I'd be pretty chuffed. If I do end up losing the Enigma, I'm going to safely say that the gambling method really does not work and it is completely luck-based. Let's run it. We'll watch the ROP and it's gone up to 220. So we have successfully just graded my Enigma that I've had for so long. Look at that, beautiful in all its glory. Not a clean Enigma, unfortunately, but we have just got an A-grade Enigma. Was that luck, or was that because I have just burnt 12 common A-grades? We've made profit. We've made a lot of profit. I started this video with 170 million ROP. We are now at 220 million ROP. So, to conclude, does the graded gambling method work? Well, it seemed to work for me. I lost 2 mythicals, but managed to successfully solo grade my Enigma and went up 50 million ROP in total. As I said previously, gambling is the riskiest way to get gems, but it is the fastest way to gain ROP, providing you get lucky. Personally, I would not condone gambling or encourage it myself to people who are not willing to risk their swords. So, that just about does it for this video. If you enjoyed this new type of video style on my channel, please drop a like and a sub if you haven't done so already. YouTube tells me that 99.5% of you guys aren't subscribed, and I'd love that to change. So, thank you very much for watching again, and take care guys.